Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Design. It's Thursday. We got some stuff to build tonight. I am joined again by my lovely fiancée, Beth.
Hi.
We have just come off a, you see nothing with this knife. It's here to cut boxes open. We've just finished a Canadian trivia night with the sometimes partial hosts of the Narbos and Broomheads podcast. They do a bi-weekly to once a monthly trivia.
Yeah. And very social distancing trivia. They are on Facebook.
Yep. So go check them out. A couple good guys. And it's not all Canadian trivia either. It's actually very little. They sprinkle it now and then. We had a round a couple times ago it was all Canadian trivia, and we just they knew. They're like, okay, our friends in the United States, you're not going to get any of this.
Yeah.
So, Glenn says hello.
Hi, Glenn.
Thanks for being here, Glenn. Appreciate it. So we're going to get to building right away.
Is he in the Facebooks?
He's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
This little icon means YouTube. It'll look like a little Facebook icon. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're a Twitch viewer, please let me know in the chat that you're watching on Twitch. Share as much as you can the channel. I'm going to kind of try to do more regular build videos. I'm going to try to get those out on Tuesdays. So we'll have a Thursday and Sunday stream and then a Tuesday video. And I might try to do something on Saturday. So we'll see if that schedule works out, if I can figure out something to do on Saturday.
You're going to do Saturdays too?
Well, no, I'm going to, not a stream, just like a video. If I can put a little video together, we'll see. Cake or death, it's a tough call. So my choice is all death. Well, I'll have the chicken then. So this is the set Beth's building tonight. She's doing the ice cream truck. It's kind of a new-ish city set. It was the one that was available on Amazon for like $20, so that's hers.
Pardon all the playing with the hair. My hair is annoying me tonight.
What's up, Erica? Erica says hello on Facebook.
Hi, Erica.
Thanks for being here, Erica. I hope your move is going well. I'm going to be just taking this apart and sorting pieces because I'm not really probably going to build any of this. This was a gift that you got for spending $75 or more at Lego.com. So I'm going to be doing that a little bit off to the side. My beverage of choice tonight is the pecan porter, the 512 pecan porter I got from Growler Bar. And I also got the, it's Red Horn, which is a Cedar Park brewery, Glen, Cedar Park Brewery. And it's called What the Bach is Cooking. Or Can You Smell What the Bach is Cooking, or something like that. These are both very excellent beers. 512 is obviously a standard. So that's it. So let's get to building.
And what else are we doing tonight, Benjamin?
Oh, we're also talking about, hey, Kodiak. Oh, you're here in mobile. Okay, no problem. And I know mobile on Twitch is kind of a pain in the butt, so...
I just got something saying Mom and Dad are watching.
Well, they may be on Facebook.
Did they text?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, they texted. Yay.
Cool. All right, so we'll get to building. If you want to use this to cut open your tabs or whatever.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
So we're also going to be talking about, we got 10 viewers on right now. Thanks for being here, everybody. Especially if you're coming in on Twitch. I appreciate the viewership on Twitch.
Do I have to use this?
No, you don't have to use it at all. It's just easier. You can use your...
Is it going to mess up? I mean, do you care about the integrity of the box?
No, I don't. Look.
Mom's...
Look.
Oh. My mom told me to quit playing with my hair. I can't help it. It's all in the way.
So we're also talking about possibly...
Can we move the camera?
No.
It's putting a weird shot of my...
Is that a little better?
Yes.
Okay.
I had a weird shot of my testicle region that made me uncomfortable.
Your breasticles?
Yes. Made me a little uncomfortable.
So Beth wants to do a podcast. So we were thinking of starting a podcast together.
I've been wanting to do a podcast for about, like 2 years? Hey, the one on the one I should open first. Huh?
Right.
But
I'm not going to tell you how to do this. This is
haven't been able... are these just...
They're just too big for the bags usually, so they just include them separately.
Okay.
So she's been wanting to do a podcast for a while. We both have, actually, her more than me, but she wants me to be involved too. About a show called Ready or Not. It is a Canadian teen drama in the vein of Degrassi.
It was in the 90s.
So a little later. It's good. It's just
Oh.
sleepy. Kodiak's talking about his technical issues right now.
Oh.
So we're thinking about doing a podcast. So in order to start learning how to do podcast stuff, we've been researching names and we've been looking at equipment, and a microphone that I get for the podcast will of course be used here as well, so the sound should be a little better. So that's always good.
There's 2 different books.
Right. Does it build 2 different things?
I don't know. Does it, Ben? You're the expert. So
Bag
which
1, book 1. So start with 1.
Right.
I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe it's just half the direction. So yeah. So in preparation, I watched the first episode of Ready or Not.
So I don't know if anybody ever watched Ready or Not when they were a kid. I can't remember. I think it used to come on Showtime. But sorry, Mom, I'm playing with my hair again. I think it used to come on Showtime, but it was probably also
Stop
shown
looking at the camera.
I know.
Look at the camera. Don't look at yourself.
I know. It was also, see, this is why podcasts are better. I'm not as self-conscious.
Yeah.
So I know it was on Showtime, like during the day, but it probably was on like PBS because that's what Degrassi came on. But it is a show that centers around the 2 characters, Busy and Amanda. They start off in the 6th grade, and Busy is kind of like the tomboy, like athlete kind of person, and Amanda is the kind of girly, wants to talk about boys and go to dances and learn how to French kiss and all that stuff. So,
Which we learned all about in the first episode.
Yes.
So the first episode is a pilot episode, and then apparently the second episode after it got picked up was quite a little while later. And I don't mean years, but it's probably just a few months.
I think
but
so. I could be wrong. I feel like that the girls look older.
They've aged a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not the case, but.
So we watched the first episode, or I watched the first episode. She's seen it already.
Mm-hmm.
And like Degrassi, they chose kids who were not child star actors.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually, they weren't like students of the school they were looking at, but they were just kids basically.
Yeah, I mean they were actors, but they were, I mean they're cute girls, but they were like, normal looking. They weren't
right.
like.
And you can tell this was filmed on, like, they found an actual school. Like, the playground equipment was a little rusty, and the cement had a lot of grass growing.
If
from
it wasn't
within the
an
cracks,
actual school, they did a fantastic job.
They did a great job
like,
with
building the sets.
Set design and location scouting and things like that. So, the name of the episode is 32 AAA. Double A. 32 AA, which is the size of a bra. And this whole first episode is about Amanda.
Mm-hmm. The head is twisted and it's stuck.
Duck and run with a slap of like. Brick Bunnies, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for dropping a like. I appreciate that.
Jeff!
And Jeff is here. Jeff! What's up,
okay,
Jeff?
His head is stuck. Jeff, we are talking about I don't know if it was ever popular, but it was a show. The Canadian show.
It was definitely a show.
Definitely a show. The Canadian show Ready or Not, which was one of my favorite shows as a kid. It's kind of like Degrassi, but it was in the 90s. So it was between Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi Next Generation, because we had to have something to tide us over. But
so this was Amanda and Busy are grade 6ers?
Yes.
Okay, so they're grade 6. And the terminology in Canada is grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, not 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. It's a small distinction, but you can always tell when you're talking to a Canadian when they say, they're grade 6ers or something like that.
I was about to sing the song, but I don't think we can sing it.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah, I don't want you to get a copyright. But there is a fairly famous
Bare Naked
Lady song.
About grade 9.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with the 2 girls, and they are over at Amanda's house having a sleepover. And they are under the blankets with the flashlights. And you think they're going to be talking about boys, and they are, because you hear whispering as it pans through her room. showing the credits and everything, and it's focusing on all, it's hitting all the touch points of this is obviously a girl's room in the mid-90s, whatever. And it gets to them, and they each have a flashlight, and you can see their silhouettes, and they start saying things like, the one girl says, "I think I need a bra," and the other girl, Busy.
Actually, so they start talking about the bra size because they talk about, well, maybe it was just, see, this is why if we do the podcast, we're actually going to
have to take better notes.
Yeah,
I just watched it
and
hated it.
Or take notes at all.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
So I'm going to give my recollection of this, and you can feel free to correct me.
Okay.
I have not seen The Yard.
What is The Yard?
I don't know. Jeff asked if we've seen The Yard.
Is it Canadian? And is it a kid's show?
Yeah. Is it a schoolyard? Is it you and Julio down by the schoolyard? So
can't sing that either.
So the girls basically do I'm going to show you mine if you show me yours under the blanket.
Well, Amanda's talking about how she thinks she needs a bra, and she's
right.
and you don't see it, of course.
No, you don't. You just see the flashlight shining under a blanket. You don't see anything.
She's like, "See, don't you think so?"
And Busy's like, "Well, I don't know, blah blah blah." And I love that her name is Busy.
Well,
I'm sure it's short for
it's
something.
Elizabeth. Yeah, we find that out later in the series.
So that's the impetus for this episode is Amanda wants a bra. So
ooh, what just happened?
I opened a crowler of Bach Slancha.
The Yard is a mockumentary from 2011. Justin.
Oh, all right.
Sweet.
You don't have to have your phone on if you don't.
I like to know what's happening.
It's all right here too. Highly recommended. All right, so we're gonna check out The Yard next.
Yeah. Okay, so
the next day they're at school. They skateboard to school with their Jordache jeans, their high-waisted weird apple butt mom jeans.
Do you think if we end up doing a podcast, we have to talk about the fashion?
Oh, we totally will.
It's totally like mid-90s, early mid-90s.
This is like the earliest album of Kids Bop or Teens Bop or whatever. Those videos where the kids are wearing all those weird mottled colored jeans and the bright white shoes, and everything's tucked in and but baggy at the same time. It's tucked in, but it's baggy.
You have to say it like Canadians. Baggy.
Baggy. What you drinking there, Ben? Welcome, Travis. I am drinking a Red Horn Bock from Growler. Red Horn's the brewery up in Cedar Park. I don't know if you've been, and it's what the Bock is cooking. It's actually pretty good, yeah. Canadian, highly recommended Canadian mockumentary. Thanks, Jeff. Kodiak's laptop is having a fit. You do what you need to do, man. I know you use this time to kind of chill and get away from work, so you do what you can. But yes, got the beer from Growler Bar. They are officially open, but they still do curbside. I'm a little leery about that, but I still would like to have a beer now and then. I haven't had a beer in a long time because we're trying to do. We're trying to eat better and be more healthy and stuff. So the beer has tapered off, and we want to keep them in business because they're a local brewery or a local business.
Can I ask you a question?
Tap room.
These are supposed to be in like this, right? Not the other way.
The other way, as opposed to.
Like, I guess it wouldn't fit the other way.
Right.
Shut up.
That's the whole patented system of studs and tubes.
Just testing you.
So I thought about this when I was starting my video. Instead of saying hello everybody, I can say welcome studs and tubes because studs and then the undersides are the tubes, and that's what is patented to make the clutchy grip.
You
studs and tubes
are a nerd.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, so they're on the playground.
So they skate up and they're talking about stuff, and I think they're talking about boys at this point.
Talking about a particular boy,
Mark.
Has a crush, yes.
On Mark. And Mark is basically the low-rent Jonathan Taylor Thomas. He's got the kind of the 90s hair that it starts in the widow's peak and it blooms out very aerodynamically.
You don't like stickers, right?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't put any stickers on these.
I will not.
In fact, the stickers would be used better later on different blocks, but there are a lot of them. Look how many stickers there are in this. Holy Jiminy. That's a lot of stickers. Yeah. Mind that child. I'm just going to slap this on my kid's forehead. So anyway, they're talking about one particular kid who is, he's got the bomber jacket and the jeans, but he's hanging with the other kids on the other side. They don't hang on the playground. They hang over by the fence.
They're in grade 7, so they're cool.
They're grade 7s. And they're over there, and I'm going to briefly describe the grade 7 group. First, you have Mark, who is the object d'amour of Amanda. And then you have, I don't know their names, but then there's the hot girl, right?
The hot girl is Chrissy. She will be on the show for a while.
Right. Chrissy has braces.
Does she?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
And very curly blonde hair, and everything's layered and baggy and off the shoulder, right? She's like a frumpled Russian bag lady, but in a 90s fashion sense kind of thing. And then she has her friend who is token minority friend.
Yeah, I don't think she has a name.
Yeah, she didn't have a name. And then we have Jonah Hill, who is fat, rambunctious guy next to him going, dude,
not actually Jonah Hill, but
it's not Jonah Hill, but it looks like Jonah Hill.
It took us 5 minutes to remember Jonah Hill's name.
Right,
too.
I kept wanting to call him Topher or something. And then behind him is Do-Rag with a cigarette, right? And he's just over there going, like he's going to sell you a watch, like you looking to buy something. Yeah. He says, maybe just the popsicle sticker. Yeah, because that's actually, the popsicle sticker is pretty cool. I might do that if it's just on one of these kind of things. We'll see. And then there's another kid, and I forget who. Oh, Drumsticks. Drumsticks over there.
Random kid with
drumsticks. Don't remember his nationality. It doesn't matter. He doesn't say anything. He just has drumsticks. That's his shtick. So we will call him Drumstick. That just happened. Yeah, all right. So she's idling, or she's googling. She's googly-eyed.
It's like
over
Google
Mark.
was not a thing.
The name of this show is Ready or Not.
Yes.
And
it's an old 90s.
It's an old 90s Canadian kid show. So Busy, I keep wanting to call her Brizzy.
Yeah,
there's
Busy.
a YouTuber called Brizzy, and she does voiceover work. So I keep thinking of her. Usually, yes, but my laptop holds my second job, so I can't afford to have it go kaput. Well, work on that. Get that going, man. We don't want you out of paying revenue. Busy and Amanda continue talking, and they are basically, she's talking about them because she wants, or about the grade 7s, because she wants to be over there with the grade 7s because Mark is over there. And I heard all kinds of things about those guys. Well, what do they do over there? Well, it doesn't matter. I heard they kiss with tongues. Ooh, do you know what that's called? That's French kissing. Why would you? Oh, and then I heard somebody did that, and then he let her touch her boob.
Chrissy let Mark touch her
Chrissy
boob.
let Mark touch her boob. And Busy goes, why would they do that? And Amanda goes, I don't know. I think it gives them boners. And we're like 4 minutes into this show.
And this is a kid show. Like these girls are in grade 6.
Yeah, so they're 12 years old.
As we say in America.
12 or 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm slightly uncomfortable, but I'm also very impressed by the fact that they kind of nailed kid talk.
They did.
Right? This is how we talked when we were in 6th grade, 7th grade kind of thing. We were super worried about boobs and boners and French kissing and all this stuff. Kids buying bras, the kids smoking behind the schoolroom. I mean, that's what was in our world at the time.
And that is the thing.
I will add that Transformers was also in my world at the time, so
Fair.
I bloomed a little later than Mark, let's say.
But yeah, and this is one of the reasons why I think some Americans like myself are so fascinated by, when I was a kid, like, because they talked about things, I was watching Saved by the Bell and 90210, and those shows weren't realistic, and they didn't go there.
Cue the SWAT gif.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think I'm going to build a pineapple.
Okay. So yeah, it's just a, like, I don't know, I feel like Canadians are a little bolder, because this is like after school special style, basically. Like, you learn a valuable lesson.
So every episode's going to be like this, where there is a lesson, or there is a life choice, or there is something to do with what is going on in their world. And it's not just vapid, shallow money problems like 90210 and things like that.
Yeah, there's some that are kind of vapid, but they tackle, in this show, they tackle interracial dating. They tackle
boobs and boners.
They tackle okay. Yeah, they tackle racism, they tackle death, it was one of my favorite shows growing up. I love it so much. So anyway.
They, after their conversation, Amanda and Busy, the scene changes to the cool kids, the grade 7s. And the grade 7s are talking about, teal bricks. The grade 7s are playing, sorry.
Okay.
I wasn't apologizing to you.
Oh.
The sound.
My bad.
I'm apologizing to my viewing public. The grade 7s are playing Truth or Dare. And in typical boy-girl fashion, the girls want the boys to tell the truth. Or no, I guess that's not, because Mark asked Chrissy,
yeah.
A truth, right?
Yes.
He's like, truth. And she said, all right. And he asked her.
Well, no, she said truth. She wanted.
Oh yeah, truth or dare, and she said truth because that's what it was. Typical boy-girl fashion. I will tell you something, and the boy's like, well, I'll do something. I'm not gonna be emotional and talk, but I'll go jump over a fence. So he asks Chrissy if. Now I can't remember what this. It was something.
If she's ever been felt up.
Been felt up, and I'm like, this is. I'm in awe. I'm smacked of gob at this point because I've never seen a kid show like this. Back. They don't. So she says yes, and then moves on. No questions asked.
Well, what's funny though is that before she says yes, she's whispering.
She's consulting with her non-discriminate minority friend.
Yeah, and she's just like, just say yes. So we don't know if Chrissy really has been felt up or she's just saying yes so that the boys will like her.
Travis, I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. I'm just putting stuff together to occupy. I'm going to sort all these parts later. So she says yes. Yeah, they confer, they huddle, and she goes, yes.
Yeah.
And then she says, okay, dare.
No,
he says truth or dare.
She
says truth or dare. And he says dare. And
this is where it gets really uncomfortable.
Yeah, this is a little weird. She says, I dare you to go over to the playground or whatever and find a grade 6 and make intimate contact with them and then compliment, it's got to be a girl, and then compliment their boobs or mention their boobs or something like that.
Tell them they have nice boobs.
Tell them they have nice boobs. And dude's like, yeah, all right. And he just goes. So he goes and finds our girl, Amanda, who is swinging on the playground.
She's hanging upside down.
She's hanging upside down. The camera angle's upside down, and he's walking up, and he's like, hey. And she jumps down and goes, hey. And he just grabs her in a bear hug and like, and then drops her and goes, nice tits. And I'm like, what? What is going on?
Yeah, they actually use the word tits. That threw me off because I do not remember that as a kid. I suspect that they did not say that on whatever version they were showing in the United States.
Yeah.
Because I know with Degrassi, there's a lot of things.
Nice rack, nice boobs.
There were a lot of things that were different from some of the Degrassi episodes. Some of them they didn't show all together. There were some about. Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Oh God.
Yeah, first of all, the thing that pissed me off about this is
like
that
I'm looking at my phone to make sure it's off, so I'm not transmitting.
I mean, it's a children's show. Like they showed this on TV. Well,
they showed this on Canadian TV.
Yeah, well, they showed it on American TV, but I don't remember.
But they showed it on Showtime.
Yeah. And
I think that's why.
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, and then he just is kind of like, and she goes, thanks, and then he F's off. He goes back to his group. So I'm like, all right, we're in 10 minutes in now?
Yeah. We've already said boner and tits.
Yeah. So I'm totally.
I hope no children are watching this. I just thought about
I've
that.
marked this as not for children.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I mark every one of them. As
okay, good. If there are any children on here, I'm so sorry.
Ask your parents about all this stuff that we're talking about. It's nothing bad. It's just stuff.
Yeah.
So now I'm kind of. They go into the school, and I think they just have a day. Like nothing really happens.
Oh,
like,
but I do want to say that I'm a little upset that Mark basically sexually harassed. Okay, I'm turning this off because my phone's about to die. Sexually harassed Amanda, and she's just like hee. And it's like, no, that's not cool.
Because she was, I mean, it was her crush. It was her.
I know, but
her beau. So I don't think I remember what happens after this. They go into class and they introduce like the teacher. Oh yes.
I think this happened before because Mark.
Because then they were on the playground and stuff. I had a Canadian friend, exchange student friend growing up. He was edgy. I get it now.
It's seriously, watch Degrassi Junior High and Degrassi High and Ready or Not.
No,
like it's
you don't. No, you just watch us. We're gonna do a podcast. We'll review it.
Okay.
You don't put yourself through that. So it's at any point we get introduced to the random assortment of kids in their class. You know, the jackholes and the knuckle draggers and the mouth breathers and the jerks and they're all kids. So this is what kids do. They are terrible people. Kids are terrible people.
Which we will find later in the show.
Yeah, much later in the show. But literally, I laughed out loud. They were panning through the school, like the classroom, and we see Amanda, we see Busy, and we see like, you know, some of these other people who are going to be the crew or whatever. Mm-hmm. And
hey
Paula. And we literally pan. It's like the camera's like going down the aisle or pulling back through the aisle, but facing forward, so you can see every kid as they kind of. And there's literally one kid who's just like. His mouth was open and his eyes were just kind of hanging out there, and he was holding something, but he looked like somebody had just hit him in the back of the head. And I laughed my ass off. I'm like, who is this kid? I want that guy's story. I mean, he looked like he may not have been the same species. I don't even know what this kid was. Very unfortunate looking.
Did something wrong.
So we also meet the teacher, and the teacher is problematic. We will find this out later. But right off the bat, he has no control over this class. And
little trivia: the teacher will come back in a few years and teach a class at Degrassi.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. He plays Mr. Perino.
Mr. Perino.
Yep.
So I don't think whatever happens in school at this point is important, because the next thing we know is she goes home. Amanda goes home, and she talks to her mom and tells her mom. Her mom seems to be a lovely person, very smart.
I actually love her mom.
Not like the typical two-dimensional, out-of-touch parents. She seems like an actual mom who's like, I've got stuff to do, but I also have this child that I need to make sure gets everything that they need, right? So she's in it, but she's also, you could tell that like there's a life in this house. It's not just a set piece. And she... her and her daughter are talking, and they're making something. I forget what they're doing.
It's like a fruit salad, maybe?
Yeah, they've got a bowl, and they're doing something. And Amanda asks her, they start a conversation about needing bras. And her mom kind of pauses and is like, okay. And of course, she's a 12-year-old, and she goes, don't you think so? And she kind of straightens up. And her mom's like, maybe we'll revisit this again in a few months. You know, like, I don't think you're ready, but I don't want to say no, and I don't want to shoot you down, but I really don't think you need one right now. Yeah, I don't even want to watch TV anymore. Just you guys explaining shows now. New podcast, B&B TV.
Yes!
So, I mean, that's a thing we might do.
Yeah.
We're going to start with this show because there's things to talk about, and we're not going to get it all in.
And it's the only way I can get Ben to watch my fun Canadian teen drama.
I've tried to get her to watch Battlestar Galactica, but COVID happened.
We watched a whole lot of it, and we
did.
Can't now because we're watching with Dan and Dara, and they can't come over because
people won't put on their GD masks.
Yeah.
So, Mom says, I can't go right now, or I think we got some time this weekend. Why don't we go this weekend?
Or she's like, fine, we'll go this weekend.
We'll go this weekend. And the child says, why don't we go tonight? And her mom's like, okay.
No, she says the stores are open till
9 o'clock. And her mom's like, okay, well, you got your heart set on this kiddo.
And her mom is trying to be a good mom without being like, you're flat. You don't need...
Yeah, exactly. You're a 12-year-old flat girl. You're not going to be like that forever. You know.
Oh, but
there's a dream sequence.
No, we're not there yet. You forgot about because she has to buy the bra first and there's dream sequence.
Oh, yeah.
But no, but we passed over, and I can't believe we did, is she says, we need to have them. Aw, thanks, Paula. Mwah. She says, we need to have them.
I am Glenn, the new one, yes.
Okay. Read, start over. She says, I need to have one because if I don't wear one, my breasts will be saggy, like yours, Mom.
Like yours, Mom. And her mom goes, the look her mom gave was great because it's like, okay, like, I will end you.
Yeah.
That was cute, but I will end you. And then later she goes, they're not saggy.
Yeah, she goes, and I'm not saggy.
And I'm not saggy. And guess who has to drive you to buy this bra? Yeah. And just her face was...
It was just
great face acting.
Perfect.
It was great face acting. So, Glenn, there is absolutely no way I could get her to watch Babylon 5. She won't watch Star Trek, and she will barely watch Battlestar Galactica because we convinced her Battlestar Galactica was a drama and not just a science fiction show.
It's so... They try to be artsy when it doesn't have to be artsy.
That's the show.
Like the blood dropping and then the Cylon's blood dropping to show that we're...
It's poetry. It's mirrored. There's no way she's watching Babylon 5.
Okay, I'm confused about something.
Okay.
Because I don't see this piece. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be gray.
Well, compared to other pieces.
Yeah, no. I see now. I get it. Sorry.
Too much Canadian TV. She's saying sorry and whatever.
But what is this?
I watched Babylon 5. I think they had it all on Hulu. I watched it on a streaming service. Now I can't remember where. Maybe it was Netflix or Hulu. But then I ended up watching a lot of it on like Vimeo because I wanted to watch the movies. And then there was a couple episodes that weren't aired, so I watched some of those online. But I feel like it was on Netflix or something for a while. It may have been taken off recently because I watched them like a year or so ago. And Glenn has all the DVDs, so there you go. You guys...
Tell you what, if we do a whole podcast about Ready or Not, we can do Babylon 5 next. How about that?
Well, we have to... If our podcast is going to be named Here We Come, we have two options. We can do Ready or Not, or we can do a Monkeys review. That's it.
I don't want to. Anyway, we're kind of off topic here.
Well, we got an hour to kill for a 22-minute show.
But this is the best part, the bra shopping. The
bra shopping was done by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. That's all I've got to say, because they go, it's not a montage, but it starts with them in the shop, and the mom has dressed up. This seems like a little off. Maybe it is. Yeah, we're talking about Clockwork Orange treatment until she sees the light about... You pry your eyes open and sit you down. She'll have to go through PTSD treatment after that because it's... So they go to the shop. The mom has done herself up because they're going to go to the mall. So she looks a little nicer, and the child is in the dressing room, and her mom says, "Are you sure you don't want me to come in?" And the child says, "No."
But wait.
Slightly before then,
there's a weird, like, it's almost like a carnival, like...
Oh, yeah, so it's this low shot coming in, and it's very dreamlike, right? It's like from the angle of a 10 or 12-year-old person who's walked into a Victoria's Secret kind of shop, and the camera is basically is just sweeping by all these mannequins with all these bras and corsets and all kinds of stuff, right? So...
This show...
And it's got like this weird sort of like music box music to it. And you're
this
just
show
like,
has some moments in the first season of being very surreal. The dream sequences and the like... I don't want to use the word fantasy, but the daydreaming sequences and stuff like that are very weird.
Yeah, they're very overtly, this is obviously not real. But this part was like bleeding into, this is what you imagine it's going to be, and then you kind of come into it, and it's, so you sweep through the shop, and here comes this old lady who is basically Madame Trash Heap from Fraggle Rock with a Russian accent, and her glasses around her.
Madame Trash Heap and red. If Madame Trash Heap
right.
red,
Well, Madame Trash Heap's also kind of a vague Romani thing.
Thank you for saying Romani.
But she had that accent, you know. You Fraggles think you own the radishes, or whatever. So this lady comes up, and she's carrying a couple bras, and as she gets to the dressing room, the mom says, do you want me to come in and help? And the girl says, no, I got it. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. I'm exasperated at this point. The Russian lady just barges right into the dressing room and is like, here, try this. And then she comes back out and stands there and goes, okay, now do that thing where once you put them on, you lean forward, and then you kind of put yourself into them, and then you stand up. And that's how they end up sticking straight out. That's how you get lift or something like that.
So
and the mom is
weird.
just...
She's saying this to a little girl.
Yeah. And I'm like, ugh. We did watch Buffy, Travis.
Yes, that's why I'm watching Battlestar.
That's why she's watching Battlestar. Because at the time, our neighbors, we lived like literally right next door to them. So we'd go back and forth house to house. And every Friday, we'd watch 3 or 4 episodes of Buffy, right? And then we're like halfway through, we're like, all right, well, we should do another show after this. What do you want to do? And both Dan and I were like, Battlestar Galactica, right?
And I was like,
So, yeah, and the girls were like, ugh.
Well, I think Dara was okay with it.
So we watched okay, pineapple.
Pineapple.
Wait a minute. I've got a pan. I've got a pineapple. Pineapple pan. I have a pineapple.
Okay, now comes the part in the stream where I have to ask questions.
Now becomes the time to sprocket.
There's supposed to be this little space there, right? I didn't miss something.
No, that's good.
Okay, so this goes
next to this.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's on it, though.
No.
It looks like this is supposed to go right here.
This is a jumper plate, so it goes a little off.
What's a jumper plate?
This is called a jumper plate because it goes between 2 actual studs, so it jumps between the 2.
Okay.
C'est ça.
All right, so anyways, so...
Yeah. Well, there's... He's like, we wish we were neighbors. There's places for lease and rent in our neighborhood.
This is true.
And for sale. You're up north too, though, aren't you? You're in Taylor or something like that? Anyway. So we started watching Battlestar Galactica. COVID happened. We only got through a couple seasons. We tried to do it remotely, but watching it, we had discs. So it was like one person could watch it, and then we tried watching it through Discord, or tried watching it with a webcam. Then we tried through NBC Universal's app, but like the timing was really off.
We had different
commercials. So we still
exhausting.
haven't finished. But we had a whole list of ones. We're like, after this, we were going to watch Doctor Who. After Doctor Who, we were thinking of watching like Hannibal. I forget what other ones, but we had like a list of a bunch of shows. Yeah. We're still trying to do movies, so we'll do movies with them once a week. That is to say, the whole reason we watched Buffy was, Taylor, you're not too far, was so we could, because we watched Buffy. And we didn't do any reactions or anything, we just watched it. She'd seen it before. I had seen most of it. I'd seen a lot of it because back when it was airing, it was on like right before X-Files. So I saw like, I would occasionally see, back in the day when it was appointment TV, you had to be there to watch it. All right, you got a good part of that done. So, is that just one book? Mm-hmm. Good job. I'm going to put some hair on this lady because she looks whack.
Oh, did I forget to put her hair on?
Or this person.
I think she has a...
Oh, she has a ponytail.
I think she has a ponytail.
Well, I mean, I'm not judging. She could have a fro.
Yeah, she has a ponytail. So anyways, weird Russian lady opens the door. Weird Russian
lady gives this girl a bra, tells her what to do. Mom looks exasperated. That's the end of that scene, right?
Mm-hmm. So she buys her bra.
She buys her bra. She goes home. She tries it on.
She also, I think, maybe sleeps in it, which any girl can tell you. Which is a wrong thing to do. You don't do. You don't sleep in your bra. But, okay, the dream sequence.
Mm-hmm. So the dream sequence is her amidst a group of her friends at what looks like maybe a dance.
Okay, we have to go back, actually, because we have to go back and say something because it will explain something in this dream. So before she buys her bra, this is several scenes before. Before she gets her bra, she's trying her mom's on.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking about bras is making me very uncomfortable. Okay, sorry. It really was. My straps were like... So, I hope you haven't eaten anything, Kay. I never open these. So anyway, she's trying on her mom's bra, and for some reason in this house, she has an unlimited number of ping pongs. And instead of doing the thing that you would do, ping pong balls, instead of doing the thing that girls would normally do, which would be to stuff their bra with tissue, she stuffs her bra with ping pong balls.
Yeah.
Which is
and
weird.
Then we don't know it until she's kind of like, and it goes, it's time to go to school. Just starts pulling out ping pong balls.
So
like 8
weird.
ping pong balls.
Yeah.
We're like, who?
Yeah, so this is important.
Sometimes you sleep in your bra. Paula, I know you had a life before us. Some things just... No, I'm kidding. Sometimes you do.
Sometimes
you fall asleep in your clothes.
I have... My mom and dad are watching this, so I'm not going to mention when I have...
Travis, we have watched Dr. Horrible. It is one of our collective favorite things. We've karaoke'd My Eyes together before.
And I never karaoke.
And she never karaoke's, but that's the one song
I
she's done.
was very intoxicated. So
it is a road trip staple to listen to that.
I'm just kidding, Mom and Dad. I don't drink.
Oh, are you kidding? You drank with your mom and dad.
That's true.
Kodiak says, anytime I slept in mine, it was a nightmare. So she goes to school.
Well, no.
She has the thing.
Dream sequence.
The dream sequence basically is she has giant boobs in this dream sequence with a big sweater, and she dances with Mark, and then somebody comes up to her, and was it Busy that came up to her? Or no, it was that little blonde bespectacled girl. Oh, no, it was Chrissy, yeah. And she was like, you can't have him. He's my boyfriend. And she shoos him away because now she has big boobs.
Well, but the thing is that Chrissy is wearing a bra on the outside.
Right. And
I can't remember if it's Mark or Amanda reaches in and pulls out ping pong balls.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
It's just
so
the weirdest.
Strange. So then we go to school. And first I'm sorry, I'm interrupting your review.
No, that's fine. Glenn, clearly I need to try sleeping in a bra. You know what? Yeah, try it. I dressed as Beth for Halloween. I at least
and actually did wear one of my bras.
And I wore a bra. I didn't sleep in it though.
That's a whole other story.
So after the dream sequence, she wakes up. She's now got a bra. She wears it to school, but she wears this outfit that is wrong for the outfit.
Yeah. Well, first she calls Busy and says, "I'm not going to meet you."
Oh yeah, I've got a surprise for you.
I got a surprise for you. I'll meet you at school. I guess they usually walk together.
Or they skateboard together.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of the early things too. Is Busy was very impressed with Mark's skating ability, and he was. It was obviously a stunt double.
Did I put these there, or did you?
Did I put what there? I didn't. I haven't touched it. Oh, yeah, I did that. Sorry, I thought they were just extra.
Oh, maybe they are.
Yeah.
Maybe they are. Okay.
If they're extra, just put them here.
Well, or we'll just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
So she gets to school. She's dressed. She doesn't get to school yet. She's at home dressed in a sleeveless, button-down shirt, but it's buttoned down kind of low and with a white collar and everything. But the sleeves are like the kind that kind of go up to your neck and show the strap of the bra. And Beth is immediately like, that's the wrong shirt to wear with any bra.
Yeah.
Wrong shirt to wear with that bra, any bra.
Yeah, unless it's strapless or unless you have the kind where
Right. So but you can,
Although
I got a new bra.
Say,
I want everybody to see it.
I will say this. As an adult, there have been times I've worn shirts that show off my bra straps. Not intentionally necessarily, but...
Is it a fashion thing?
I don't know that it's a fashion thing, but I just feel like as a 6th grader... That was the wrong thing to do because that's just going to draw attention to the fact that she's, in fact, wearing a bra.
Oh, got it, yeah. And yes, Travis, we need to go to karaoke once this is all blown over.
Yeah.
We go to my haunt, the Canary Roost down on Metric by ACC. They do the best karaoke. Kind of hands down. Swan Dive's pretty good.
You have to go downtown for
Swan Dive, yeah, you got to go downtown. I like it better. It's better. It's the same company that does emos occasionally, or not emos, egos. That's also downtown.
What's south, right? It's Congress.
It's like 3 blocks south of the bridge. That's considered downtown.
Anything south of
is still downtown to me,
is downtown to us.
Well, until you get past like, Old Torf, and then that's South Austin.
Miller, as you call it.
I call it Mueller.
I thought you called it Miller.
Oh no, you're right. I do. That was dumb.
This is why I'm here. Anyway, so
she goes to school, and like one of the first things that happens is she goes into class, right? Nobody sees her until she gets to class. She's in the bathroom doing something?
Not yet.
Not yet.
She goes into class and everybody sees her and kind of is laughing at her.
Yeah.
And
because children are terrible.
Yes, and one kid
does the thing where he pulls the strap back and snaps her bra.
It's called popping the bra strap or snapping.
Really? Was there a term for that?
Yeah.
And it's called snapping the bra strap.
Is it snapping or
is it popping the bra strap?
Yeah.
Snapping? I've been to Canary Roost enough times to be asked, stop the coming. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, they know, like, I walk in and they have a Long Island iced tea waiting for me. Like, that's how...
I think it's, Paul, are you still on? Was it called popping the bra strap or snapping? But kids would do that. Like,
well, no, I know they would do that.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that I was like, he snapped her bra strap, and you go, that's called popping the bra strap?
I think
as though it has an Olympic event name or something.
It should. Maybe
he scored a 7.8 from the Russian judges on popping the bra strap.
Anyway, yeah, he popped her bra strap, which is weird.
And she didn't really react too bad. She kind of went, and like didn't turn around
and
middle
of class,
immediately punched the dude. Miller, thank you, Glenn. It's Miller. It's not Mueller. It's a German word. It means Miller.
Anyway.
So that happens, and then she's supposed to get up and do a presentation.
Well, she's got a presentation. So everybody has been laughing at her and kind of making fun of her. She goes out to see Busy on the playground.
Right.
And she's like, Busy's like, what a dumb surprise.
Yeah, she's like, this is a worst surprise. This is what you made me not, or why we couldn't walk to get her to school. So like her best friend is down on her. And it's, it's the same sort of, it's a dumb thing. It's not a gift. It's not any exciting news. And it's like it's the tomboy and the girly girl, and it's the girly girl moving farther away from the tomboy.
I think it was also... Nobody ever did that around me, but I would probably rearing someone's teeth. I mean, it was just kind of a kid thing to do. Usually it was boys doing it, because little boys are the worst. Anyway, but I think...
I don't think girls would do that to each other.
Yeah, I think that,
I'm not playing with you now, baby.
honestly, maybe part of it, too, just knowing the characters is Busy was maybe a little upset that Amanda did something without her.
Also, I think Busy had a crush on Amanda.
That's interesting that you say that. I don't think that ever comes to fruition on the show. I bet there's a lot of fan fiction about it, but I believe the actress that played Busy is a lesbian.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she is.
So
I might be wrong about that.
She goes they go outside. Busy gives her the business for it being a stupid surprise. Mm-hmm. Amanda goes back inside, and she's really upset about everything. And
eats lunch in the toilet.
Yeah, she goes to the bathroom, and she's eating lunch in there, and she's going over her cards, right? You got this. Oh, hey, Doc, what's up? Hey, I finally caught the 72-hour review stream today. That was pretty good, man. Good stuff. That's got to be a lot of work, and I do not envy what you had to go through for that. But thanks for keeping it civil for the most part. Yeah, I mean it's like a 2-hour watch, so I skimmed around, but most of it was really good. And thanks for being here. Yeah, so she's in the bathroom going over her note cards for her upcoming presentation. And is that right? And
yeah,
she's still wearing the shirt.
And the presentation, I think, is about.
It's about Native peoples in your area or something like that. It's like pick a tribe in Canada, indigenous, and do a report on So she's in there and she's going over her cards. And I can't remember what the impetus was, but she takes the bra off like through her shirt, and it's just like I don't care. Puts on like a big puffy sweatshirt over that. Goes back to class.
Oh, but first she hears the two girls talking.
About her, yeah.
Do you remember what they say?
I don't remember, but I know it was catty and
it's
evil.
It's two girls, and they say, "Where does she get off being the first?"
Right.
And the other girl says it would be okay if she had something to put in them.
Yeah. So
it's just like typical like.
They're instantly like
mean girl,
crappy kids, but that's what kids do. So that's what it was, because then she's like, okay, heck with this, I'm going to take it off. Puts on a sweatshirt, goes back into class, gets up to do a presentation, and the kids, she has the bra, stuffs it into her desk, and it's one of these desks.
I don't know why she did that instead
didn't put it in a bag, didn't put it in a
Yeah.
pocket. She stuffs it in her desk, and before she even gets up to get to the front of the class, you can see the kid behind her pointing at the desk. I'm like, well, that was dumb. So they go get the bra out of her desk and start winging it around the classroom.
The teacher has no control.
No control. The teacher's just this milquetoast dude who's just not, he's ineffectual completely.
He's just like, hey, stop.
Yeah, hey, stop that. So finally gets some kind of control. Oh, Doc, this show is called Ready or Not. It's a Canadian teen drama from the mid-90s.
And it is fantastic.
It is not fantastic, but I'm watching it.
Fantastic, because you love me.
Although, to be fair, this is also real life, Doc. Beth went to school and had her bra shoved into a... No. So
I could tell the story about my first bra. Maybe we'll do that on the podcast.
Maybe we'll do that. So they take her bra, they throw it around the classroom. She gets all bent out of shape, and she's like, I can't do this.
It lands on the globe.
Oh, that's right. It lands on the globe.
And
I tried to make a joke about, and that's when Amanda decided to do Bras Across the World or some foundation or something like that. And the teacher's like, go ahead with your report.
Well, but first he
pulls the bra down.
Puts it
go
in his
ahead
desk.
with the report. And she's like, I can't. He's like, no, go ahead.
No, he said you must.
Oh yeah, you must. And then one of the other girls in the class goes, you must increase your bust. And
I think they said something like you must enhance your bust.
Enhance or something like that.
I don't. Maybe it's different in Canada, but.
And then you finish it by saying, the bigger the better, the tighter the sweater. You must.
Yeah.
Right.
You must increase your bust. Or I'm sure it's different. Other
cherries.
places.
Would you like some cherries?
No, because they're Lego.
Cherries. So, you got to check out Teenage Bounty Hunters. I will. That sounds like anime AF. Is that a Netflix show? Where can we find Teenage Bounty Hunters? I've heard something about it. Now I can't remember what it was. Anyway, she then goes on, finally, after a couple minutes of standing there going, please don't make me do this because a traumatic thing just happened to me. And the teacher's like, nah, you got this. Go ahead. So she proceeds to give, and okay, this is the beginning of the class. Like the bell rings, everybody comes in. She is newly in from looking at her cards and changing clothes, and they just sit down. She's the first report to be given. She proceeds to do what we assume is a good report.
Seems like a pretty good speech. She's got
It's a big totem,
pole.
and the totems open up to be different aspects of the culture. Live action Netflix. All right, yeah, I'll check it out. And the totem is really great. Like I've not seen a visual aid to a report this well done in a long time, and I have kids, and I'm an artist who has helped my kids do reports.
To be fair, this was probably made by an adult who did
By
the
her
set
mom.
design. No, I'm talking about
yeah.
No, I'm sure in the show the idea was that she did it herself.
Right,
but
and it was really good.
Yeah.
She gets done with the report and is, hey, I got through it. I pushed through. I soldiered on. Stiff upper lip. And then the bell rings and class is over. So her report took an hour.
Weird.
Or it's just continuity error. It's just like, teen sisters become bounty hunters while high school boys, etc. Hilarious and serious. That sounds perfect for you.
It kind of does. Is it Canadian, though?
Is it Canadian? Yeah, if it's Canadian, it's not Canadian, it's crap.
Well, we've acknowledged that.
So she gets out of class, and she goes and she sees Busy walking away.
Nope.
Oh,
she's Busy kind of walks up to her looking sad, and she doesn't say anything, and then Busy walks out. So she makes excuses to, like, dust the erasers. I don't know. That's something
right. She stays a really long time after school, and the teacher's like, you did a really good job. And she's like, oh, thanks. And he's like, you don't need to be here anymore. You can go. And she's like, okay, thanks. Well, I can't remember what. There was something that she said that was kind of like, what?
Yeah, I can't. I think she said, I don't mind.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind doing this. So she leaves class. She can't find Busy, but she sees the grade 7 kids.
No, you're still missing a part.
I've seen this once.
I know. So
No.
The teacher
says,
The teacher says, she starts to walk out, and he says, oh, hold on, and hands her bra back and says, you might need this one day. And,
oh God!
Or you might want this one. You might want this one day.
Might want it one day, yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, I doubt it, and takes it and walks out.
Yeah. So uncomfortable. And I'm having a problem with this, mostly because it's just so blatantly there.
Oh my God, we
and
forgot something about the dream. We're so bad at this.
Well, we didn't take notes.
We forgot.
And I've only seen it once.
So the dream.
Talk to me about the resurrection ship episode in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, in the dreams, when she's dancing with Mark, she sees the teacher and he winks at her.
Oh, and he winks at her. That's right.
Like,
oh God.
I mean, that was just a dream, so it's not like
this whole thing was like that episode with Lisa Simpson and the hunky teacher, the substitute.
Oh, yeah.
But not as wholesome.
Yeah. Except I don't think she had a crush on Mr. Norris. I think it was just.
Oh, I think she totally did. Yeah. Yeah.
But she wasn't dancing with him in the
dream. No. She liked him for his intellect and his like fiery spirit and his hippiness and whatever.
Okay.
And it was Albert Brooks, right? Was the teacher?
You're talking about The Simpsons. I'm talking about this. Yes, Lisa definitely had a crush on the teacher.
Yeah, I don't think she had a crush on this guy.
Amanda
I think he was just the only adult male to have been in there, and so he was in the dream to represent.
We forgot
a teacher.
about something else too. Another creepy part before she goes to school with her bra.
Oh, hey, your brother's here.
Hey.
Mr. Bergstrom.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Bergstrom. That's
Mr.
the
Bergstrom,
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Mr. Bergstrom.
Yes, Damon. So Damon was quoting. Was it Chasing Amy or was it?
You got a weird thing about Canadian melodrama. I got a weird thing for girls who say a boot.
A boot. About. Yeah, it was played by Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman. That's right.
So anyway, but yeah, so before we got to backtrack because we forgot that this is another kind of creepy part. She gets up and gets ready to go to school, and her dad's sitting there, and he's like,
the dad.
Basically, like, I hear it's a big day for you, and she's like, Dad.
There's nothing good about this interaction.
He's like, no, this is a big deal, and she's like trying to. Oh, it's creepy. I shouldn't have even talked about it. I feel gross now. Anyway,
he did, to his credit, to the writer's credit, I guess, for his character. They toned it back. Like he tried to be. I feel like he was like, hey, big deal, right? It's a thing. And she's like, no, stop, weird, gross. And he's like, okay, have a nice day at school. So, I mean, they went that way and then they pulled it back a little bit. Yeah. So that was okay. It was still kind of like, I mean, it took a long time to get there and we were just like, oh, God.
Yeah, it was. So, anyway, so then fast forward. So
fast forward all the way to the end. She goes and sees the grade 7 kids in their spots. Mark, Chrissy, Jonah Hill, cigarette smoking guy, and drumstick. Oh, and nondescript minority character, friend of Chrissy's.
I feel like this maybe happened before, but go ahead.
Well, no, and she walks up. She's going to go over to them and talk to him because now she's got a bra.
Right, but this was before she took her bra off, though.
Oh, is it? That's right. Okay. Yeah. She walked over to him and was like, and Chrissy turned around and was like, gave her the business. Was just like,
hey kid,
we're busy over here doing stuff, being grade 7s and whatnot. Get out of here, kid.
So it's so funny because I feel like this is a trope where, like, especially in junior high, where like 7th graders are so much more sophisticated. 7th graders are so much more sophisticated.
They're like
than
4
6th
years
graders.
older somehow.
Yeah, it's just so weird. But yeah, so they tell her to get lost.
And she goes, oh, no, I was just over here tying my shoes. And then, like, backed away. So she's been spurned by everybody. But then she goes back and finds her friend after class. And she's like, look, I'm really sorry I was a jerk, blah, 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 to Busy.
No, Busy says, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Busy apologizes.
Well, because she went and she was like, hey, Busy, wait up. And at first she wasn't going to.
No, Busy went after Amanda and told her to wait up.
I misremembered.
Yeah, Busy went after Amanda.
I am not going to do this show with you anymore.
Well, you have to. That's why we have to write it down.
But you've got this weird memory for TV shows. I guess the ones that you pay attention to when you're not looking at your phone?
Yeah, I don't look at my phone when I watch this show.
Thank you, Damon. I'm very happy I've lost enough weight to where I don't feel like I poured sausage in this shirt, so I'm glad I can wear it again. They make up, they apologize.
Busy asks her what it's like wearing a bra.
And Amanda goes, here, do you want to try it? And so the bra that she made just a giant deal about, they're throwing it at each other, gets knocked on the ground.
I'm sure her mom would be pissed because bras tend to be a little
not
expensive.
cheap. Mm-hmm. So they end the show by the two of them getting on their skateboards like this. Look in this camera. Like this, right? Well, here's a person on a skateboard. Right? Like facing each other with the bra between themselves. And they've got their legs like wrapped around each other. And they're sitting like crisscross. And then they're just stretching the bra out. And then they go down the street on this makeshift child raft skateboard thing. And then credits roll, and they're giggling and talking about stuff, and I'm just so over this whole shebang.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
But that's just
so that's the first episode of Ready or Not.
Yes, I believe the next one involves smoking.
Ooh, good. What's his name? The cigarette smoking do-rag come back?
No.
Because he's the one who smokes.
No,
that's just I feel like he's a Simpsons character. That's my whole thing. I smoke. Why ain't you talking about? Why is this episode not about me?
So yeah. So
cigarette smoking kid, you're suspended without parental notification.
Damon, did you ever watch Ready or Not with me? I'm gonna say maybe not because it was more of a girly show, but maybe not. Maybe it wasn't that girly. Damon is my brother, for you guys that don't know, so I'm trying to remember if he ever watched Ready or Not. But yeah, so we're thinking about doing a podcast where we review Ready or Not episodes. I wanted to do a Degrassi Next Gen one, and then I discovered a podcast that I really liked that was Degrassi Next Generation, so I'm like, well, I don't want to take their thing. Right. And then I was like, I'm going to do I could do a Degrassi Junior High one, but then I discovered Narbos and Broomheads podcast. Which,
Narbos and Broomheads, I will link to them in the description after this.
Yes, do it. It is a fun podcast.
Especially if you like the Canadian accent.
Oh my God. Like, seriously, there's a couple of guys that host sometimes. They're the same ones that do trivia, and they're from Newfoundland, and they have the most amazing accents. It's so amazing. But it's nice to watch because I don't know.
It's amazing if you like Canadian accents.
I love Canadian accents. Who doesn't? But anyways, Narbos and Broomheads is a really good podcast. It's interesting to me because I don't think that Degrassi Junior High, at least, was that big in the States. I think Next Gen was pretty big in the States at one time.
It was. I remember that. And then then Voyager came out right after that. And then Degrassi Deep Space Nine, I think, was before that, but it was the better one.
You're the worst.
I did not like Degrassi Enterprise at all. It started strong, but
had the best theme song.
It's been a long road watching this stupid show. They speak Canadian.
It's not speaking Canadian. It's a Canadian accent.
They're speaking Canadian.
So,
have we seen Kim's Convenience? No.
No.
I don't even recognize that title.
So Damon did watch Ready or Not with me. That was one of...
What is it about, Glenn?
Which sex education episode? I'm trying to think. if I remember. I know that there's an episode where Amanda thinks she's a pervert, and they're in a class and somebody like asks a question about masturbation. Is that the one you're talking about? Or a boat?
No, that's that new Cardi B video.
Shut up. You are the worst. Okay, real quick, back to Lego. Am I missing? Yeah.
Thanks for being here on... No, what?
Did I miss something?
I do like that you don't actually attach any of these. You just should kind of push them all down and whatever. You're so worried about what other people are saying.
I want to know what's happening. I don't know how this goes.
Just like that.
But it's not... Where does it go? Oh, wait.
I'll let you figure it out.
Well, we might not finish tonight then, because... Are you sure that's right?
Here, let me see.
But anyway, back to talking about Narwhals and Broomhead podcast. The reason I like it so much is that they are actually Canadian. I don't know if Degrassi Junior High was a really big thing in the States.
Amanda and Busy find sex manual in Amanda's
it actually wasn't in
room.
Amanda's parents' room. It was at a house where she was babysitting.
Like a steel trap with Canadian shows.
It was a house where she was babysitting, and it was supposed to be like a joy of sex, but it was like a guide to sex or something like that. So anyway, I like the fact that it's just interesting to hear it from Canadians because, again, it wasn't a big deal. Nope. Wasn't a big deal in the States, and I loved it so much, and nobody else I knew watched it. So it's nice to like talk to people who actually watched it when they were kids.
Kim's Convenience Centers around a Korean family that has immigrated to Canada and run a convenience store. The son is grown and moved out, but daughter is still at home, which is above the store.
Interesting.
Well, it's Canadian.
I'm all about it. Do they say a boat?
No, they say whatever the Korean translation is.
Oh, that's right there. So...
But I mean, they're probably all Canadian actors.
Right.
Canadian Korean actors.
So I was going to do a Degrassi Junior High podcast, but then I saw them, and they're, like, super good. And, again, I don't want to... And there's a couple of them out, I think. So, but I couldn't find one for Ready or Not. So, and all of these episodes are on YouTube if anybody would like to watch. And if anyone's interested in our podcast, we might be doing that soon.
We'll get that started shortly.
We have to have...
It's 5 seasons?
5 seasons of 13 episodes.
13 episodes. So that's, I mean, if we did a podcast a week, which I don't think we're going to do. I think we'll do a podcast every 2 weeks.
Honestly, what else are we doing right now?
I've got a fledgling Lego career.
A fledgling Lego career.
I don't.
Based off a play that apparently was well received. Neat.
Nice. All right. Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Excuse me.
Because literally, what else are we doing?
You think
psychological holding pattern.
But yeah. So if you guys,
so look, we'll post about it,
and it will be better than this because we'll actually take notes, and it won't be a lot of me being like, "Hey, no, you missed something."
Oh, I'm sure it will. In fact, I think people would enjoy that better if you were constantly correcting me.
That's probably true.
I've got a thick skin. I can take
There's a lot of things that you know more about than I do, but Canadian television is kind of my thing.
Television in general, you seem to be a lot more knowledgeable.
I think, especially right now, like, because there's nothing else to do.
Nothing new. I'll alert you if the masses want your attention.
The masses want my attention. We got, 20 minutes? I think I can finish this in 20 minutes. Because we have to go do yoga. Our other thing that we have been doing is we have been doing Beachbody on Demand.
All exercise all the time.
It's fantastic. Yes, I was so excited. I felt a muscle in...
Correcting Ben, television reviews. That should be it. That's our new podcast.
Oh my God, that's awesome. You watch it once.
I watch it once and then you give me crap
you do it
about
with
not
no
watching.
Notes.
Yeah.
And So I have to.
That's actually a really good shtick.
Kind of
Damn it!
is.
Now we owe Glenn money.
Are we going to monetize this? I mean, we
No,
weren't
probably
really
not.
planning on making money.
You don't go into podcasting to make money.
No, unless you're like.
You go into Lego streaming to make money. This is where the big dollars are.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I'm hiding shit.
Where's all our wedding money?
I'm
then?
hiding stuff from you. I spent it all on Lego because I got to keep the stream going.
So you do Lego
This
to make money.
hot $20 right there.
You do a Lego podcast to make money to buy Lego to do your or this isn't a podcast. Wow, I'm like Chip.
It's a vicious cycle.
So I have to say.
Do y'all do the yoke naked?
No.
Glenn!
We do
Glenn!
not.
How dare you assume that I do anything not naked?
I was gonna say, don't get all high and mighty or
Yeah.
anything. That's not like.
We're just lucky this house has blinds.
I wouldn't do it naked, but I feel like you would suggest to do it naked.
I did suggest you take your shirt off the other day. Or, no, your pants.
Yeah.
Because your pants were falling down.
Yeah.
And you're like, my pants keep falling down. Because we're doing cardio.
Yeah.
And, you jump back and forth and do some stuff. And her pants kept falling down. She was frustrated. I'm like, it's just me and you. Just take your pants off.
I put this on the wrong way. Can you take that off? Because I can't take it off. And I'm afraid I'm going to break the whole thing if I take it off. Thank you. So
Ben.
I was super excited because this is so lame. I was sitting in my office and I went to like scratch my tricep and I'm like, hey, there's a muscle there. I haven't had muscles in my triceps in years.
She comes running into my office.
I stopped what I was doing and then made Ben stop what he was doing so he could feel my bicep.
She's like, is that a bicep?
Or not bicep, tricep.
Tricep. Is that a tricep? Do I have a muscle? What about the other side?
I was excited.
This was yesterday. Today she comes in, she goes, is it still there?
I want to make sure I didn't lose it.
Well, it's not like you could it gets lost in the laundry with a sock. Honey, have you seen my tricep? Swear I had it just yesterday.
I mean, but yeah, so I was super excited.
Correcting Ben. God, that's brilliant.
I mean,
Ugh.
I can make you watch. Oh my God, if we do that, I'm going to make you watch Saved by the Bell too.
No, God. Because by the time that's out, the new one will be out.
Oh my gosh, you guys, they're rebooting Saved by the Bell, and it looks awful, but I'm totally watching all of it. All of it.
I wish they'd reboot like Thundercats or Centurions or something. They keep rebooting all these crap shows. I take it back. They rebooted Voltron, and that was legit. Like, the new Voltron was great.
I was very happy with the new Babysitters Club.
Yeah, I heard good things about that.
From me?
No, Melissa was talking about it the other day, too. She said it was really good.
Yeah, it is. It's super good. If anybody read the Babysitters Club books as kids,
how we had
you should
11
totally
years and now we have
watch
3.
this.
People dropping.
Guess we're not that entertaining.
I thought we were.
Started off good.
Correcting Ben.
Well, Paula's probably moving. She probably just got on.
Oh, yeah, so are Erica and James.
Yeah, so.
Their new address is redacted. So I was watching, I'm in the middle of Legend of Korra right now. Because I got done with Avatar. And I'd seen Avatar before, but I hadn't finished Korra. So I'm at the point now where I finished Korra the first time. Like 2 seasons in. And there's 2 more after this. And 2 or 3, I can't remember. And I forgot that Aubrey Plaza had played a small role in it. And it's so great. It's very deadpan, and you have to watch it. It's very good.
Am I supposed to be able to open this?
No, I don't think so.
I got one. No. I gotta put something in here. I was about to yell at you. How did you do that?
Magic! What is this magic? So in terms of stuff that I'm going to be doing here in the next little while, I don't have any real plans. I don't have any new sets. I'm kind of trying not to spend all my money on Lego because it'd be so easy to do.
Oh, she's supposed to be the driver.
I'm also trying to get stuff sorted so I can not overbuy Lego for microfighters. So I'm in the middle of sorting a whole lot. I also got word that our lug bulk purchase was coming in, so I'm trying to keep a little bit saved up for when that hits, because that's going to be a little bit of money that I need to do.
This is too hard.
This is too hard. What? What did you say?
Yes,
I thought you said something else.
No, what do you think I said?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Oh. Weirdo.
So that's going to go a long way towards the big model that I'm trying to do. And then on September 1st, ideally, the Razor Crest comes out. And since I pre-ordered that, I'm hoping they just ship that. But my guess is that they will probably have it available to be purchased. And then even if you've pre-ordered it, it's going to sit in the warehouse for like 4 days before they ship it. So, what are you trying to do?
These are
This
the
is
things
why
I hate.
You have zero patience for little things like this.
I really do. Okay, I'm trying to get her in there and her to stay in there because she's supposed to be
The server?
yeah. See, this is what I kept doing.
Just take it apart and back together. Also, that thing doesn't have to be perfect in there.
All right now.
So at some point in the first couple weeks of September, I will have a Razor Crest build, and that'll probably take a few days or a few streams.
All right, it's done.
Is it done?
Yep.
Sweet. We got 15 minutes left.
Well, 12.
Oh yeah, that clock's a little off.
What do you want to do with these extra parts?
Just leave them.
Okay.
I'll sort them out.
So
Do you want
this
an ice cream bar?
is no.
But hey, we finished with.
This is the ice cream truck.
Hooray! Ice cream truck. Good job.
I don't know why there's a dog, other than
Playability. Little kid comes up, runs up with his dog, and the ice cream truck pulls to a stop on a street corner, and the dog's there. Says, "Hey, can my dog have a biscuit?" And here's a biscuit.
it's not biscuit. That's ice cream.
So that's the plan. Podcast, Razor Crest, sort, lug bulk. At some point, I'm gonna get a whole ton of like dark orange 2x2s, I think, that are gonna build up the canyon walls of my my Beggar's Canyon build. And yeah, so there's that. I was able to get an email sent to Star Wars Explained, which is kind of a big Star Wars review site, and he and his I'm gonna guess wife, I don't know, girlfriend, spouse, significant other, partner, friend.
What? That's a lot of stuff that you just said.
Well, I don't know their life. The female host of the YouTube channel. They were on talking, but they were just streaming and talking about stuff, Star Wars in general, and it was like the guise of ask us a trivia question, try to stump me. Mm-hmm. But the whole time he was building some Star Wars Lego sets. So I just popped in and I was just watching it for a second, and I went, "Hey, if you ever want to build some Legends era microfighters, hit me up." And like these channels, it's like they have tens of thousands of subscribers, and the chat just goes like this. And so the girl was looking at the chat, and he was building Lego. And so she read mine out, and I was like, "Oh." And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds great. You know, send us a message. We'll take whatever." So I'd have to send them something. They won't like buy it or whatever. But if I sent something, they'd build it. So I emailed him. I'm like, "Yeah, where would I send it?" And he gave me his address. I'm like, "Sweet." So I'm gonna bag up one of these sets over here and just send it to him and say, "Here's the PDFs. Have fun." Or what I might do is respond and say, "All right, well, what's your favorite Legends era ship?" And if I haven't already done it, I'll do it. I'll build it.
If I haven't already done it, I'll do it.
Well, if I haven't already built it, I've probably got it designed already. So you're excused.
Well, I was gonna go and like set everything up for yoga.
For yoga? Yeah, all right. I'll wrap it up the next 10 minutes. I'll clean all this up.
No, you're fine. I just I don't really have anything else to say because I don't know anything about Lego.
But you build like
once every.
Uh-oh.
What?
I gotta find a piece or else the dog's gonna eat it.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh no, it just ran over the dog.
Beth, you've had the ice cream truck for 5 minutes and you've murdered a dog.
Oh no.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know how this went. Like that. So again, just want to plug the Narbos and Broomheads podcast if you're interested in
Canadian team dramas.
Well, specifically Degrassi Junior High. Also, I
Can I have those instructions, please?
was able to call in on an episode and review an episode with them. It's black and white. It's one of the.
It's all about those cookies in New York. It's not. Is it about pianos? It's a Penguin episode. Is it newspaper printing? Police cars. It's police cars.
Anywho, so check them out, and then we will keep you posted about our podcast. I don't know. We need to sit and figure stuff out, figure out what we're going to call it, figure out what music
I still
we're going
think
to
Here
use.
It Comes
Yeah,
is
I think that's a good idea.
probably the better of the titles.
Who's still with us? Glenn?
Glenn's recently chatted. It says we've got 5 people watching, but that could be anybody. That could be like the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, Glenn, and my mom. And my mom doesn't watch.
Your mom doesn't, yeah.
Nope. She doesn't have Facebook. I don't think she's ever watched a YouTube channel of anything.
It could be your dad.
I don't know. I think my dad's on the road with his RV.
Yeah.
Like forever now. I think they just live in that RV.
I mean,
we can stop. It's all right.
huh? I don't want you to
The
stop
thing's
early.
built. No, it's fine. The thing's built. We got stuff to do. Let's kill it.
All right.
Moo.
Moo.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for being here. I'm Ben.
I'm Beth.
All right, and you've been watching Shut Up Ben. Or what is it?
Correcting Ben.
Correcting Ben, the
Yeah.
podcast. My entire channel is a front for the NSA.
Oh,
snap.
no!
Ah, all that swearing and talk of child porn.
We didn't talk of child
just
porn
kidding.
at all. Stop saying it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will see you guys probably Sunday morning. I'm probably just going to do some design stuff in studio again.
I probably will be
She
asleep.
won't be here. But thanks for being here, and we will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.